Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So I'm going to be doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Also for those of us who find ourselves on this channel without any Piscean anything. You're probably an empath. You're probably needing messages from your soul. So I asked what this reading was going to be about, and I was told they're watching and trying to figure you out. Okay? They're watching and they're trying to figure out something. Either how to approach you, whether they have a chance with you. I don't know. We're going to figure it out, though. All right, let me get some cards ready. So, just that. This one. One. There was another deck. This one. All right. Just. All right. 3. And this deck I love to start with. All right. So for some of you, you already know who this is about. Okay. For some of you, you already have a really good idea of who this is for you in your life. And this is like merely confirming what you've already maybe suspected or have been living through. Okay. Hopefully it's not anything bad. Hopefully it's some good stuff, some love stuff. I don't know. I'm always nervous about readings. So let's get started. Ooh, okay. Winter. So this is something that's happening now. Okay. Either it's happening now or it's something that like you're in an environment that's almost like an emotional winter where it's very cold. There's no warmth between the two of you. Or maybe this is their view of you. Like you're super cold to them. They'd like to come out of the cold. They want to take shelter within your life. You know, Pisceans, we have this way of being a sanctuary for other people. And that's something we tend to choose to want to do for others. Now, sometimes when we choose to do that for others, we end up shooting ourselves in the foot because those are the very people that end up being very, very toxic for us. And, you know, as someone who's done this before so many times, I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant to allow other people in just because of what I've already experienced with so many others. What I found is the ones that I hesitate to allow in tend to be the ones who are very quality people and, you know, don't have any malicious intent, don't have any ulterior motive. And then the ones that I do let in very easily, they tend to be the very ones that are questionable. They tend to be the ones that end up creating problems for me later on. So maybe this is like a encouragement from your soul to learn how to better discern the differences between people, you know? Healer. It's time to heal the part of you that's afraid of other people. Oh, that's deep. That's deep. It's time for you to heal the part of you that's afraid of other people. Mm. I'm wondering if this is someone from your past that maybe there was no actual issue with, maybe things kind of just got quiet, and now they're realizing the gravity of what you mean to them, and they don't really know if you'll let them in. They don't really know if you'll give them the time of day. So I'm wondering if that's who's watching you. Ooh. I think for some it's Guardian in reverse. Oh, okay. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a bad person. No, no, no. It's a frog. It's a frog. In reverse, this is not you kissing another frog trying to find a prince. This is something so different. For some, for those that this will resonate with, this is someone that actually belongs in your life. This is someone who is not a frog, they're not a dud. But you, again, this is a general reading, so you have to make sure you use discernment. Please, please, please. Use discernment to the highest degree. We don't want to repeat things that were toxic for us, right? Power. You're powerful in your own right. Your intuition absolutely guides you and protects you. You have to allow it to communicate whether or not this is something that you need to avoid. You're very intuitively guided. I mean, you're here, right? You're here. You're ready to take accountability for your life. Well, that, at least that's my logic. If you're ready to take accountability for your life and your intuition is very strong, there's no reason that you won't be successful in your connections with others. In order to establish a healthy connection, you have to be willing to connect. Many of us have lost our willingness to connect. Why is that? Because we continue to choose people who are very unhealthy connections for us. And then we wonder why they hurt us. Well, because they've already shown us they're unhealthy for us and we continued, right? Oh, see, lack of boundaries, overgiving, overly available, overly apologetic, over explaining. Did you know all of those things are symptoms that you've gone through some very difficult traumas? When you have to over explain everything, that tends to be because you suffered quite a bit of trauma in life. Some would say that it's like trauma from childhood. It can be trauma from anywhere. It can be emotional trauma from any period of your life where, you were heavily questioned, heavily accused of whatever you were accused of, and just really afraid to disappoint, afraid to have someone angry with you. I feel like you know this person. I feel like you know who this is, and I feel like you already know that this person is not that. They're not a bad person. They are not someone who is trying to be hurtful and harmful and trying to just play a game with you. You know? Like, I feel it in my chest. It's almost like my chest is sore from all the ways and times that people have disappointed and hurt you and all of these other things. And it's like you're protecting yourself, which is understandable. Um, but what are you protecting yourself from? Are you protecting yourself from future harm? Or are you blocking yourself from receiving the type of connection that you're seeking? This is a period where your manifestation abilities, it's going to go through the roof. You know what I mean? You're going to be able to manifest and create and draw to you the things that you want and need. What are you going to do with that? Are you going to manifest and then push it away? Because that's not unheard of. We have a tendency to do that. We have a tendency to call to us the very things that we want and need. And then when we arrive, we're like, oh, then this is too good to be true. There's no way. There's that saying, if it feels too good to be true, then it probably is too good to be true. But there's this second part to that. There's this other side of that coin. Does it feel too good to be true because you don't believe you deserve it? Because you've begun believing that you only deserve a limited amount of love, a limited amount of support, that, there's no way that someone else could love you because you're what? All of these things that you tell yourself that, oh, you're crazy. Like, people think I'm crazy. People think I'm this. People think I'm that. People think what you encourage them to think. Let's really let that sink in, marinate in that reality. People think of me what I allow them to think of me. When I was simply on Facebook, I allowed people to think that I was only ever nice. For much of my life, I've allowed people to think I'm only ever nice and I won't ever do anything. I move over here on YouTube. I'm done playing that. I'm a whole person. I'm finding my voice. I'm speaking up for myself. You guys now see me as a whole person because I allow you to. I no longer hide the parts of me that feel anger when I'm treated poorly. You know this version of me because I allowed it. I didn't hide it. People will only think of you what you allow them to think of you. And if you allow yourself to be fully witnessed and they still don't like it, they weren't meant for you. They just weren't meant for you. It's okay to not have too many people meant for you. I mean, do you want to be popular or do you want to be valued? Because those are two different things. Those are two different things. Sometimes you're popular and you have a lot of people hating you, right? Sometimes you're popular because of the role that you play and you can't ever, deviate from that role. How many, coming of age movies have that theme? The popular girl appears to have her life completely in order, but in reality, she is so sad. She feels so alone. She has to play this role where everyone will reject her. And, the movie goes that the nerd who then blossoms is actually much happier than the popular girl. I don't want to be popular. I really don't care how many people know me. Like, I don't want to be popular. I want quality. I want to be cherished in the way that I'm capable of cherishing other people. I couldn't receive that before, not because I wasn't worthy before and now I'm worthy. I couldn't receive that before because I wasn't willing to allow myself to be seen in the truth of who I am. And now that I'm completely authentic and not hiding my wholeness as a person, you guys are able to do that. There's no hidden thing that's going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she tricked us. And, that I'm me. I am authentic. And I think whoever's watching you, I think they're at a point where they see you and they're like, damn, oh my God. Yeah, I think they like you a lot. If I'm picking up on the energies accurately, I think they have more than a crush on you. Whoever this is, they're really just bending themselves out of shape, trying to figure out how to approach you. And then Marlene, she's saying this thing of like, Marlene says, do you even understand what had to be given up just to be able to consider how to approach you? You carry that much gravity with this person, that much weight. This gravity is something that causes them to orbit you round and round and round they go, spinning on their axis as they orbit you. They're no longer grounded. They're no longer grounded, you know? Um, they used to be rooted in this soil of like, I have to be realistic. I have to be logical. And trying to pursue you was not logical. It did not seem feasible. Maybe you felt like you were out of their league. You know, maybe that's how they saw you. Or maybe they saw you as someone that, was a threat because maybe they saw that they weren't going to get their way, you know? Maybe they saw that you're not like anyone else and they're accustomed to having a very easy time and getting their way. And they see you and they're like, how could I ever convince you that I'm what you need? Like they would actually have to work to convince you to see them in the way they want you to see them. I mean, are they willing to put the effort? I'm huge on, um, like, if you want me to know that you want me, you have to put effort into that. You can't just approach me, try to be cute and charming, and now, like, I'm devoted to you. No, you have to show me through your actions over a length of time what your intention is. And I'm going to be observing, and I'm not going to tell you I'm observing. I'm going to notice the way your energy fluctuates. I'm going to notice what you notice about me, how you watch me. I want to know where I stand with you before I stand there. And if you can't communicate that through your actions, if your actions confuse me and I ask you flat out and you can't answer, and it's not like you better answer me now. It's just like conversation and I ask you and you don't want to answer, then I don't want to be around. I don't want to invest in something that doesn't want to invest in me. I'm not about, you know, unrequited love. And I'm wondering if that's a Piscean trait. I don't know. I know a lot of Pisceans who are about that unrequited stuff, though. I don't know if it's just my Capricorn. I'm just like, F it. You know what? Uh-uh. Marlene says she loves that about me. She loves that I'm not pathetic. I'm like, damn, girl, why you gotta be so harsh for other people? Like, that's not necessarily pathetic. My goodness. Some people are just willing to do that for others. Um, I'm not willing to invest in something that I don't know if it's a good investment. I'm just sometimes logical like that? So, is this person a good investment for you? I'm thinking they're trying to decide if you are a good investment for them. I think they already know because, I mean, why would they orbit around you if you weren't already determined to be a good investment? Right? This is what I've figured out since I was a teen. When people go out of their way for me, it's because they've chosen to invest in me in some way, shape, or form, either their time, their attention, whatever it is. So it's not a question of, am I worthy of that investment? It's more a question of, why are you choosing to invest in me? What are you actually investing in? You know? Are you investing in me, or are you investing in how you can benefit from me? So is this person approaching you or considering approaching you because because they're attracted to you and want to build a life with you? Or is it kind of just like, are you a trophy? Are you guys okay with being like a trophy, an arm piece? Eesh, eesh. I've had people try to make me their trophy. Wrong investment. I'm not a trophy. Uh, I talk back. Balance. Create balance in your life. Allow your, oh, okay, okay. There's a lack of understanding here. This is someone who creates texture and nuance to you. Like they do this for you because it's almost like, gosh, it's almost like this thing of they're a compliment to you. Oh my god, is this a twin flame reading? Michael goes, now you have to shuffle the deck. Why did I have to look? Sorry, guys. I gotta shuffle the deck because I looked. So this is someone who's a compliment to you. Okay. They compliment, and they compliment you. They're a nice balancer for you, right? So going back to what Marlene was talking about, death, something had to be let go of, something had to be allowed to end in order to take this opportunity to consider how to approach you. Wand, intention. Oh, their intention with you is magical. Oh, I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. 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 Clearance was in reverse. They can't clear you out of their head. They keep thinking about you. They keep thinking about you. They keep thinking about you. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is it enough to just think about you? What are they doing about those thoughts? Are they approaching you? Are they considering how to approach you? Are they like going to actually do something about this? It's not enough to just think about you. If they really want to be with you, they have to make that known. They have to make that known. They have to put some action behind that wand. I mean, you're not just going to fall out of the sky into their lap, you know? If they want you, they have to make it known. If you are cross watching for a Piscean or an empath, put some action in that, you know? There's this one song that comes to my mind. Um, it goes like this. I need some action, tender satisfaction. My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction? Action. Dubba dubba doo. Sweet. I need some action. Tender satisfaction. My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction? Action. So they need to put some respect on your name. Put some respect on my name. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me tone it down. Tone it down with your clips in your hair. I try to fix myself all proper today so I can behave proper today. I see my hair starting to frizz. It's indicative of my attitude rising up. Let me just push it back down. Let me push it back down. The attitude's rising. Marlene's cracking up. I know. She's like, I like your attitude. Thank you. Let me go back to proper. With my barrette. I looked in the mirror this morning and I was like, see, we can be proper too. No, we can't. We can't. We try, but we can't. It's okay. It's been a lifelong struggle. It's fine. Oh no, their hope is upside down. They feel like there's just no way they're going to convince you. So sad. Stop. Be serious. You have a limited amount of time today, woman. So their hope is upside down. They don't know how to approach you. Just walk up. Use your legs and walk up. Walk up to them. Call them. Hello. Just do something. My gosh. See what I'm saying? Walk your truth. Walk your truth. If you want to have a connection with someone, you have to initiate that connection. Now, is this someone that you want a connection with? Is it? Is it this thing of like, you're hoping that they approach you because you've been waiting for them to approach you? I mean, y'all need to quit playing games with each other. I'm just saying. Y'all need to quit playing games with each other. You either want each other or you don't. And if you don't, leave it be. Just leave it be. Don't play games. Leave it be. I'm looking back at the relationship that I have with my husband when we first started going out. Like how did it work? And it's like, oh yeah, he pursued me like no other. I was just like, whatever, I'm moving. I'm moving in like 2 months or a month, actually. I'm moving in a month. So, I mean, I'm not going to bond with you. I'm moving. I'm not romantic like that where I'm just going to be like, oh my God, we could so fall in love before I move. And then you're going to wait for me and you're going to relocate. And no, I was just like, bro, I'm moving. I'm not staying here. I'm moving. Couple hours away. I'm moving. And he didn't care. That didn't stop him. He made this decision. He made this decision and he stuck with it. And all of his actions this entire time has been nothing but this like, nope, it's just you, baby. I'm like, hey. I've never had to question. Um, I've never had to question. And maybe that's this thing that was created right from the start where there was never a question. You know what I mean? So maybe if you're a cross watcher, it's time for you to make some moves to make sure that your person doesn't question, that they know exactly how committed you are to the pursuit of them. I cringe saying that because I have stalkers who are committed. I couldn't roll my eyes any harder, okay? I couldn't roll my eyes any harder. So I'm gonna roll my neck along with my eyes, okay? Okay, yes. Ah! Damn, I knew that's why he told me to shuffle the deck. Let me get my attitude in check. I think you're a team Michael, Marlene. You told me you like, oh my God, you need to check the deck. Okay, these two are working in tandem now. Marlene's like, oh my gosh, you have to check the deck. And so I check the deck. And as soon as I check the deck, Michael's like, now you got to shuffle. And since I shuffled, Michael goes, did you see your face? Don't make fun of my face. I make faces. I'm expressive. I'm a child of God. Michael goes, check your barrettes. They're still there. Like, don't be like that. Okay. Woo. Card number 21. Mirrored souls. Mm-hmm. 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 They thought I was dumb. I already knew what this reading was about. I already knew. It's got nothing to do with you. I already knew. I knew. I shuffle the deck. He says pull from the top, pull from the bottom. Defiance. I'm going to defy everything. He says 3. 1, 2, 5. I hate these two. This is a twin flame reading. This is a twin flame reading. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. Why do I even listen to the two of you? I think I'm gullible, is what it is. I'm fucking gullible, yo. That's what it is. I'm gullible. I'm gullible as fuck. Oh my God. I'm gullible as fuck. That's wow. I'm just coming to the realization. I gotta get. He goes, keep going. You have, okay. I have a schedule to keep to. So, mirrored souls. We got confirmation. This is a twin flame reading. Communication. There's communication that needs to take place. Balance is upside down again. Things are upside down. They need to be rebalanced. They need to be rebalanced, and that's that. That's that. Check your barrette. Okay. I feel like he's antagonizing me. Integrity. There's integrity. Okay. It's always a twin flame reading. I mean, it always is. Everything always circles back to that stupid topic. I'm just saying. Okay. There's integrity. This is not just like a game that's being played. There's things that are actually being considered. They're totally upside down in their head about you. You know, they're totally upside down in their head about you. No, this is not going to be a twin flame reading. This is like a romance reading. This is a reading for relationships and romance. Not romance. All romances are not always twin flames, and twin flames are not always like romantic things. Okay? Right. Ocean lover. Don't be unnecessarily offensive, Mooney. Okay. El Sexy. Sitting in an old Monte Carlo. I got lyrics for you too. I got options. Curb that bitch like Stockton. Okay. Okay, let me stop. Let me be like, look, I'm frizzing. I'm starting to frizz. Okay, transformation. Yeah, no, it's in reverse. So this is just what it is. It is what it is. And it's not going to be something that's going to be transformed into something else. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Emotions. They just whipping their hair back and forth. Their emotions are all over the place. First they're left and they're right, you know? It's just like back and forth, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? They live in their life like it's a Aaliyah song. Back, forth and forth. Wanna see you go. They're going back and forth about it. They're really, really considering the way in which they're going to approach you. And, you know, again, maybe you're the cross watcher, maybe you're the one that's going to be approached. There's something being considered, like seriously, seriously considered. Oh, shoot. What are they letting go of? What are you letting go of? Is this like letting go of the hesitation, the fear, or is this letting go of the twin? I don't know. Their whole life is turned upside down. Mother Earth, like their what they were planning for themselves as a human, their human life was turned all the way upside down. Upside down, upside down, upside down. All right, so let me just put these cards back in the deck. We already saw this one. Power of attraction. Like someone turned the magnet on. The magnet's turned on. You know, the magnet is turned on. Card number 12. Every journey starts with a single step. They're considering how to take that step towards you. I don't feel so bad and bougie now. I was talking about big, bad, and bougie. Not anymore. Not anymore. They're planning to take those first steps towards you. How they're going to do it, I don't know. I don't know. They're planning to take those steps, though. They're really watching and waiting and observing and trying to make sure that they fully understand who you are at this point, how to approach you at this point, how to create less friction in their attempt to approach you. Now, this might be something where they just needed conversation with you, right? This is something, might be something where they just needed to finish off a conversation. Okay. Card number 30, the perfection of your life. They tried to put up a perfect appearance, but really behind the scenes, everything was burning down. Behind the scenes, everything in their life was burning. It had been very, very sad and very, very unfulfilled for quite some time. And they really were just trying to fill this hole that truly belongs to you. I'm sorry. We're trying to fill this hole. And I guess they just realized like it's just not funny though. Sorry for the shift in mood. Marlene was like, is it funny though? Not really. Card number 17, what is already with you? The pathway and the knowing, the ability to connect, that's already with you. Okay? That's already with you. So, what are you going to do with that? Now, I'm not encouraging you guys for the whole twin flame thing. This is now a romantic reading. Get the twin flame topic out of your mind. This is now a romantic reading. Okay? This is someone who you are romantically interested in, or maybe they are romantically interested in you. They've been watching you for some time. That this song pops in my head. I've been watching you, watching me, and I know you want it. but it depends on how you kick your game. So, depending on how they approach you, that's what's going to determine how you respond to their approach. They got to approach you the proper way. What's the proper way? I don't know. Respectful. Don't play games. Actually communicate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying communicate your feelings and profess your love to me right when you talk to me. I'm saying what Pisceans and empaths are probably looking for is actual communication. Like, hi, how are you? Like communication, right? TLC gave so much good advice. So much good advice. Like, no, I don't want your number. No, I don't want to give you mine. No, I don't want to meet you nowhere. No, don't want none of your time. No, scrubs. I'm just saying, you know, they gave a lot of really good life advice way back when. Card number 44, Visions of Life Beyond Death. Okay, so this is the second death card. Whoever this is for you, they're literally like, they've gone through so many different incarnations at this point, so many different versions of themselves, simply because they've been trying to find the right one that would be worthy of you. Oh, we got a little poet pursuing you, eh? This is someone who has poetry in their romance. Okay. Okay. They've died 1,000 deaths in hopes that you would resurrect them. Okay. The poet. This is my logic. The poetic ones are usually the like hoish ones. I'm just saying, the very artistic ones tend to be the hoish ones. Just because, when you're artistic, people tend to be drawn to you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm not saying they're not worth your time. I'm just saying, like, if they can be poetic with you, unless they're like this severely introverted person, they're probably being poetic with quite a few people. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So be aware of that. Be aware of that. And then the visions of life beyond death. Oh my gosh. This is maybe someone who just exited a long-term relationship. So maybe they're not hoish. For some, it's a hoe. Men can be hoes too. For whoever was thinking that I was just talking about women, no, I know quite a few men who are hoes. Yeah, no joke. Men can be hoes too. Um, but for some, this is not a hoish person. This is someone who just ended a long-term monogamous relationship and they're trying to see life beyond the death of that. Yeah, see, they weren't consciously connected to their partner anymore. And so that had to end. So they weren't a hoe. For some. For others, you a hoe. What? Don't act like you didn't know. Anyways, so conscious connections, yeah, no, that connection ended. They lost the feelings because they were so busy watching Pisces. Bless their hearts, for real. Southern version. I'm just saying. For all you northern Yanks, 4 seasons having Yankees. Is that derogatory? I think it is. I don't know. I saw that in a meme. For some of my lives, some of my most treasured lives, I was a Southern belle. And when we bless your heart, it's not a good thing. It's just not a good thing. You know what I mean? Right? Right. Oh, hoes are your friends. How's your enemies? Mm, okay. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Hoes are your friends. How are your enemies? I've come across quite a few shady hoes, though. I don't know if they're my friends either. I'm just saying. Card number 36, listening for truth. Oh, they're trying to listen for your truth. They're trying to listen to everything you say and post. They're really putting effort into this. They're really, really putting effort into initiating some sort of thing, some sort of communication that will be successful. I'm assuming this is someone that's approached you before, you know? I'm thinking this is someone who's approached you before and wasn't successful in their approach. They weren't necessarily deplorable, but they weren't successful in their approach. And so now I wonder if it's almost like an all or nothing, like they're approaching this as an all or nothing type situation. And they want to be able to successfully bond with you long term. I mean, that's not a bad goal. You know what I mean? That's a goal that has some level of integrity with it, where they want to bond with you. They don't want to just like woo you. They don't want to woo you. They want to bond. I don't see, I mean, I'm sure my husband would see the issue with that. I'm sure Frey would be like, no, that's an issue. Um, like if you're single, I don't see what the issue with that would be if they're willing to take the time to actually bond with you, get to know you, and allow you to get to know them. That might actually work. That might actually work because, well, okay, no, hold up, hold up. We need to see this from like a strategic point of view. It's like if they're a narcissist, then yeah, they're going to make you think like they're going to make you think that like you are so interesting and you're so interesting. They want to know so much about you. That's always a red flag for me, you know? When someone consistently just wants to know about me and they refuse to share anything about themselves. That's always a red flag to me. Like and I should probably stop talking about narcissists and sharing so much truth about narcissists because I know narcissists watch and they're learning how to circumvent, well, at least the smart ones or the more manipulative ones, the ones that are more advanced in their manipulation game. They'll watch people who are empaths talking about narcissists and they'll learn how to circumvent your defenses. So now narcissists who are watching this are like, okay, I got to share more about myself, but it has to be trivial type, superficial things so that you don't really know, but I'm sharing things so that way you can't say I'm not sharing things. You know what I mean? Um, Sometimes they might want to know more about you just for conversation, not knowing what else to say. But if every conversation is like that, you know what I mean? If you're noticing, like you ask, oh, hey, how's your day? And you guys have had multiple conversations already, and there's this ease in the conversation. And they're like, oh, you first. Bitch, I asked you. Me first? Okay, I got nothing to say then. Conversation's done. Just saying. Huh? What? What's an action? What? I don't know what you mean. Card number 8, be the hunter, not the hunted. Allowing yourself to receive. Okay. So, oh, this is a weird feeling. They watch you at night. I don't know if it's your social media. I don't know. I hope it's just social media. It's almost a sense of they watch you at night. I hope it's not outside your home because that's awkward. That's definitely awkward. Quite possibly illegal too. That just made the whole conversation awkward. Damn. Okay. I'm being shown this visual of watching you at night. They're watching you at night, like on their phone. So maybe like social media. They're looking at your social media posts. You know, hey, you want to watch me at night? Join my Soul Sanctuary podcast group on Facebook. I'm posting all night there. I'm just saying, okay? Most other social media platforms, I'm not posting all day. The Soul Sanctuary podcast group, bitch, all fucking day. I'm just saying, all fucking day. You want to know what goes through my mind? Go to that private Facebook group. You'll see exactly where my mind's at all day long. Okay. Card number 26, relax a hold of darkness and be at cause. Relax a hold of darkness and be at cause. So I'm wondering if this is someone who has just gone through a very dark period, or maybe you've gone through a very dark period, and maybe it's you that just ended a relationship, and it's been something that's very traumatic for you. It's been maybe like just this thing of um you don't know what to do. You know, it's, I don't know. You just have to relax a hold of darkness and be at cause. Allow yourself to move forward. Allow yourself to get a better idea of who you're becoming, where you're headed within your life. Your life will always bring to you the people you need when you need them. That's not always a good thing, but it's always a necessary thing. Okay. When you need to learn a lesson that a negative type of event is going to need to teach you, your life will bring you that negative person. When you need, oh, okay, the one that got away. Literally, my phone just like vibrated and it says, grab it fast. The one that got away belonged to that scrub you used to date. No filter. They're velvety smooth in their approach. They're going to be velvety smooth in their approach. You are the one that got away. They're trying to grab onto you fast. If y'all think I'm fucking around, if y'all think I'm fucking around, okay? Literally. The one that got away. I'm telling y'all, there's some like, there's some shit happening. There's some shit happening. I see you. I will fucking extract you like a fucking zit. Okay. Took it too far. I took it too far. I took it too far. Let me reel it back in. I got to keep reading because I got to get going. Card number 33, Metamorphosis. You're going through a metamorphosis. They're going through a metamorphosis. Someone is going through a metamorphosis. Okay. Exiting out of that chrysalis, you know, exiting out of that chrysalis and allowing ourselves to kind of just pump the wings a little bit. Just pump, pump, pump. because, you got to let the wings dry out and fluff out so you can use it to fly. Oh, that's them. They've been confined to a crystal. Look at this shit. Look at that. That's what's getting me messed up right now. Okay. They've been confined to something that has shriveled their wings for some time now. They've exited that. I'm assuming that was a relationship that they were in. And now they're getting ready to fly. Birds in the sky. You know how I feel. Birds flying high. You know how I feel. Yeah. I don't know the words. It's a new day. Oh, see? Separation. You know this person. This is someone that's been in your life before. Maybe this life, maybe previous life. I don't know. But there's this ease that between you two. Okay. You know this person. Progression. They're making progress. There's some break in the clouds, storm clouds, sun's coming out. Dispel darkness. They're just needing to process whatever dark mood they've been in, whatever dark situation they've been in. Okay. Ancestral magic. Oh, yes. Yo, I'm really not about people fighting over people. I see this ancestral magic card, and it's like whoever they were in a relationship with, they're not gonna like bow out gracefully. They're going to fight that. And for some, they're going to employ some dark magical stuff. Okay? Some dark magical stuff. Pisces, protect yourselves. Pisces and empaths, protect yourselves. Protect yourselves from the wrath of that. I don't necessarily think or feel that you did something to make this happen. These are cycles. I assume this couple has been fighting over you for some time now. Like, that's just so stupid. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't people get tired of fighting over you? You're not even present. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever had people use you as the argument? You're not even present. Like, why am I still part of your lives? I'm not even present. What are these cards? Uh-huh. North Node. Positive karma rewards the soul's enlargement, being in the right place at the right time. Your paths are going to cross. You're going to accidentally run into each other. Accidentally on purpose. Accidentally on purpose. I don't know, for some, I shouldn't joke around like that. For some, you're going to accidentally come across each other. For others, it's something that, North Node, life's purpose. Some souls come equipped with geolocation. I'm being told. I'm being told. The audio was off the meter when I did that. Yeah, because I was trying to release. It was a form of stimming. It was too much frequency and I had to release it. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't mess anyone's ears up. Some souls come equipped with geolocation, and with that, I don't know how accidental it will be if your paths cross. Okay. But I'm being told that I need to be careful about presenting that as though it's some creepy thing and they're plotting and plotting and, you know, um, for some who have this geolocation thing going on, uh, it's more like they're not going to know that it's you that's being pinged. They're just going to want to be in an area, like they just have this overwhelming sense, desire, need to be in a specific area at a specific time and day, without knowing your schedule. It's not something malicious. It's not something intentional. Okay? It's not for everyone. For what I'm specifically talking about, it's not intentional or malicious. I've had a few instances where no one knew where I was going because no one ever really knows where I'm going. And I saw specific individuals, but I'm just a ninja. Ain't nobody seeing me. I'm out. I'm out. I'm good. I'm out. But that's not an intentional thing on anyone's part. That's like um intersections that the souls have planned, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Card number 41, North Node, life's purpose. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. The North Node points out the best areas for us to direct our talents and our wills. It represents destiny and the area of gifts. The North Node represents where we benefit from good work done in past lives and how that assists us in the here and now. The North Node is a place in the chart where life becomes easier. Ping, left turn here, we're at your destination. No, it was more like it was for the retreat that I was hosting. Hence, I'm not hosting any more retreats. Turned on the street that the property was on. And right as we were going to turn, I was like, there's an energy here. What the hell is that? And then I saw that we needed to keep driving. I saw that we just needed to keep driving straight and drive straight. It's amazing how many people I run into and they don't even know. Seriously, my avoidance game be hella strong. When the North Node comes into the reading, you can be assured destiny has a place in your situation. See what I'm saying? You guys are going to cross paths. Through many life lessons, you're about to arrive at a place for your highest good. Your life is expanding and opportunities pour in swiftly, catching you quite by surprise. This card also represents past life memories and karmic connections. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You may meet people whom you've known over many past lives. See what I'm saying? I don't have these cards memorized. You may meet people who you've known over many past lives, perhaps in a soul family where bonds form very quickly. Sometimes, if it's someone from a specific type of soul bond, you'll bond very, very fast. Even if you have a difficult time bonding with everyone else, with all other people, it takes you a very long time. Certain types of soul bonds are very fast. And it's not the narcissistic love bombing type of soul bond. It's just like you know each other. You're taking on a larger view of your life, which not only emphasizes your talents, but aligns your talents with like minded souls. It's a fortuitous time to begin a privately owned business or other professional venture that will bring in extra finances. Hey, work, 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 work. My son asked me last night, one of my little ones, he goes, "Hey, mom, when's your next day off? What day are you not working?" I'm like, "Never. I work every day." He's like, "Yeah, you do." And I was like, "Why? What's wrong? What's up?" "Well, I was just thinking if you want to make some desserts on a day off." I'll make that for you anyways, honey. Whatever this venture may be, fun, creativity, and optimism will be a part of it. At this time, you'll feel less limited in your goals and plans, will have far reaching potential. Keep in mind, the lunar nodes always bring shifts and changes. For instance, a relationship with someone who has destiny spelled all over him or her may suddenly walk into your life. I was just gonna laugh. Nervous laughter. If so, this relationship will start rapidly and be life altering. One job may end swiftly, and you'll find yourself in a much more suitable position. If the energy is used correctly, it will promote greater optimism and prosperity. This means finances are also likely to increase. This energy is now telling you that the schooling part is over for now. Lessons have been learned, and you're now to act on these lessons toward a greater destiny. At this time, it's evident where you need to go and where you need to be. As a soul's messenger, the appearance of the North Node indicates growing into what is called the larger unknown, meaning you're moving toward a point that promises a greater fulfillment. The nodes are karmic, therefore, the lessons are not easy ones. Matters will develop suddenly, but there's still work to be done. Luck is on your side with an opening toward greater things. Karmic lessons learned and processed bring fulfillment and happiness. So it's not going to be the same thing. Okay. It's not going to be the same thing over and over and over again. This is something where y'all have suffered enough. Okay. And so now, if you apply what you learned, it's not going to be the same thing. But if you still want to be like, stubborn, unnecessarily stubborn, then you're going to create conflict for yourself again. Card number 51, Mercury retrograde reinvention. Mishaps are like knives that either serve us or cut us. See what I'm saying? As we grasp them by the blade or by the handle. Okay. Mercury isn't a predictable planet going along its normal direct path. Okay. Mercury is a counterpart of Hermes, the Greek Olympian god, the sly trickster, who is not only big on pranks but on false moves. He's a god of transitions, roads, and boundaries. The very name Hermes has to do with speech and implies he's a translator. They convey information when that information comes to us wrongly because of Mercury's unpredictable retrograde motion. Nothing seems to go right. So I'm wondering if someone is listening to this reading or other readings trying to read you, but they just can't get a good feel. Yeah, because you need to talk to the person rather than using readings to predict how the person will act. Know what I'm saying? Okay. Where was I? Mundane matters aside, retrograde planets are said to be more empathic, and that means that strangely we're more silently and internally keyed into their energies. This causes unusual and fated meetings and occurrences to happen. You may meet up with someone you haven't seen in years at a most unexpected place. You may have a conversation with someone with whom you've only had a superficial relationship with, when suddenly you connect to that person, causing a much deeper connection. If you're asking about the strengthening of a relationship, this is not a good time to get married, but it's an excellent time to renew your vows. It's not a good time to initiate a divorce or end a relationship, though, considering how soon Mercury moves forward again, because if you do, then the relationship will soon move forward again, too. If you are feeling hopeless and worried that a relationship is never going to work, the Mercury retrograde card is usually a good one to turn up in a reading. It means there's more than what you know about the situation at the current time, and that the possibility of the relationship getting on its legs and moving ahead is very likely. It's also a fortuitous time to connect with a lover from the past. It's a time to revise, reinvent, and renew. Okay? Renew. I once knew a model named Renew, spelled differently. Gorgeous Kashmiri woman. Gorgeous goddess from Kashmir. Yes. She's gorgeous. I kept telling her too, like, oh my God, girl, you're so freaking pretty. You're gorgeous. Okay, so final card, Pluto transformation. People living deeply have no fear of death. Ooh, Anais. Anais Nin. 9. Okay, Pluto, the smallest and outermost planet in our solar system, probably carries the most weight. So maybe you're small in life, but you carry a big gravity to you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is someone who thought that you didn't have um, the size to have the type of effect that you had or have on them. Let's see. This dwarf planet tends to inspire unwelcome surprises. Speaking of dwarves, I got so mad at my whole family last night. They were all in bed, and I got really mad because some tall ass mofo put the oil on the third shelf. How am I going to reach that? Why would you put something so essential on the third, the highest freaking shelf? Just because, like, they're so much taller than me does not mean you get to put the oil on the third shelf. I was so upset. I felt so, like, singled out. I couldn't reach the oil. I had to climb onto the counter. I had to climb the counter, like literally, like a rabid little monkey who drank too much mimosa because I'm not good with balance. And I had to climb the counter to get the oil. And then I didn't know how I was going to get down because everyone was in bed. So I stood there for a while, staring at the floor. And it looked so far. And I tried to sit on the counter and let my toes touch the floor. They weren't long enough. My legs weren't long enough. You tall people need to be more considerate of us little people. I don't know who put the oil up there. Don't ever do it again. You could have put it under the counter. Everyone can reach that. I don't know why you guys got to do that to me. This dwarf planet tends to inspire unwelcome surprises. Pluto can be like a tower collapsing in your life, a life from which you must rebuild from debris and also inspiration. Many things you've relied upon for always being there may suddenly disappear or leave. So this was a long-term relationship that died. Whew, this right here. You love me, show it. Put the shit where I can reach it. Okay? You love me, prove it. Put things that are important where I can reach it. Empower me by making me feel like I can reach it. That's not too much to ask. I'm a big little person. I am. Pluto represents endings and beginnings. It's not a card of physical death per se. Since our lifetimes, we experience many deaths and new starts. This is simply a time when the decks are being wiped clean for new action. Most of the time, you begin to feel ill at ease with a feeling of something not right, and things go down strangely with an eerie silence like the Titanic. If you're in a relationship that's been difficult, it will either end or it will deepen and become more fulfilling. Any romance that starts at this time should prove to be intense. It is very important not to try and control things. Instead, Surrender to the ups and downs for a while, although some of these changes may be painful ones. That said, this is a time of intense sexuality. It may come in various forms, but most likely intense and consuming. In terms of job or career, it may be time to get another. Okay. Another card came up and it was like, it might be time for you to get another job. When this card comes up in a reading, you may have recently been infatuated with a hidden subject, certain mysteries or taboo. This could be a time when you're able to sense and feel spirits around you. It can also indicate psychic attacks, and thus you should be very careful who you open up to. I said that earlier. Be careful. Be careful, okay? You are not particularly vulnerable. In fact, your strength is growing. But it's important at this point in time to spiritually protect yourself from anything negative, such as vampire types of people or lost spirits looking for a home. Is this someone looking for a home in you? You know what I mean? They're looking to live within you. You got to be careful about people's intentions. You may become upset concerning something about your past that turns out to not be what you always thought. So this could go one of two ways. It could either mean something like you thought someone was like your soulmate, or your twin or whatever, and they're not, and you're upset about that. Or it could be that you're upset that you thought it was something that was malicious, that they had malicious intent, they were playing with you, but they're actually very serious about you and hold you with such high regard, and you're upset that you made these assumptions. So think of Pluto as leftover things that tend to languish in a state of decay or decadence, but more positively, the rejuvenation, healing, and birth. So, if this is someone from your past coming back and they're approaching you in a romantic way, just know they come with toxic ass baggage. The ex is still in the picture. Their ex is still in the picture. And I mean, unless you want to deal with that, then I would not reconnect. Well, at least I would not reconnect until the ex was no longer something that the person is allowing to be an issue. You know what I mean? Because if they're allowing it to be an issue, why would you want to involve yourself in that? They're not yet finished. Excuse me, they're not yet done. This they are. Card number 19. Yeah. All right. Card number 19, Sacred Union. Only the oneness of love and the lover is eternal. Surrender your heart into this union, for all else in the world is momentary. Stupefied with bliss, I become without thought. There is no grief in that loss. I gladly surrender my intelligence in favor of this mindlessness. This is ecstasy, rapture. The sweetness of the union so sacred overwhelms my senses. The lover and the beloved are my world. Nothing else exists except this love, this unity of divine masculine and feminine in the fresh new universe that shall be born from their sacred conjoining. It happens even now between my body and my spirit, and in yours and in his over there, and that woman passing by. All creation in sacred rapturous embrace. So shocking and wild, this frenzy of loving delight without limits. Let us be swept away by my beloved in the passionate loving that renders duality into one and tips the mind into empty ecstasy. You lucky, lucky angel. You are to be blessed with sacred union. This union is of the lover and the beloved, the masculine and the feminine. That which appears to be opposite will no longer appear to be so. There's a coming together that's destined and divine. You are to be swept up in a wave of such love. This oracle comes to you as a portent, a sign of that which is to come, and also as a confirmation of your spiritual journey thus far. You have been working to integrate masculine and feminine energies within. Oh, to find that balance between living a surrendered life. Oh, oh, perhaps you have not used those words, but you've been attempting to find the balance between living a surrendered life and leading from the heart, and then knowing when to take the initiative to set something in motion, when to put your body, mind, and soul into getting your shoulder behind something to push. You've been working hard to surrender attachment to plans and how you think things should go. Instead, you instead you have intended to show it up for what it is, to seek out the genius of life through unconditional acceptance instead of judging and fearing, resisting what is, as though it were a big mistake, perhaps caused by ignorance within. No, you do not seek to hide from love anymore. You've been learning step by step how to embrace it and allow it to embrace you. What a journey you are taking, beautiful lucky angel. So your confirmation is thus: you are growing, you are evolving, you are making genuine shifts in consciousness that are allowing you to change the way you are in the world, to become freer, more loving, wilder, more divine. The divine has been seducing you with love and beauty, and now, in your surrendered state, you are seducing the divine. You're calling such passionate devotion to your cause, such clever and capable assistance, such great, graceful intervention. The divine cannot resist your beauty, so keep going with that sacred surrender. Keep believing in the inner healing path you're traveling with such success. Accept this confirmation, acknowledgement close to your heart, and keep traveling along your path of love. Keep this knowledge in your heart. You are meeting your beloved. What could be more exciting? The sign coming to you with this oracle is that of great love bestowed by the hand of grace. What this means is there's a destiny at play in matters of the heart. There is heart healing and a letting go of past obstructions, suffering, or misunderstandings. You could say, in a way, that the great cosmic matchmaker has taken up your cause. If you are already in a relationship, expect that there will be healing of that relationship in whatever way needed. You may have no sense of how it's going to play out. It may result in a deepening of commitment to your lover, but will certainly result in a deepening of your own commitment to love. If you're open to attracting a new and significant relationship into your life, perhaps a life partner, soul friend, or other supporter of your life journey, then the divine is hearing your call and is answering. Let go of your grip. Do not hold on to a particular person, to a particular fear or fantasy. Instead, open your arms as if expecting your lover to run straight into them. For what could be more perfect than the divinely sanctioned relationship entering into your life? It will move you. It's likely through romance, but it could be through soul-satisfying partnership, the soul for whom you've been waiting so for your life path and heart-inspired work can continue to develop. It could be through the presence of a child or even a coming together of your own inner masculine and feminine, so that you finally have a clear sense of your purpose in life and the means through which to take action on it, even if that action is to surrender yet again. This oracle comes with a particular piece of guidance for you. No matter what has been, what has succeeded, and what has appeared to fail, what has been loved and what has been lost, there's only one truth that will prevail in your life. Ooh, I got to notice, in more ways than one. There's only one truth that will prevail in your life, without failure, without exception, and that is love. It's all you're truly seeking, and it's behind every life experience seeking you. Do not stand back from it. Do not put yourself aside. Turn down your eyes and pretend you cannot be seen by the world. Be bold. Claim the love that's your divine birthright, and know that sacred union is yours, destined in the heavens and blessed by the great beloved. Okay. Okay. That's a lot to unpackage. I'm going to let you guys unpackage that on your own. Sometimes the most powerful thing is to be given only partial messages and then to take the time to deconstruct and better understand what the second half you weren't given actually is. No one knows what your path is, only you do. And even if you know, whatever you choose will affect the way you experience that path and what path you actually take. There's a lot of destined things that are being talked about in the cards. Doesn't always mean romance. Sometimes it means you needing to just allow whatever the continuation of something you were learning. We have to be realistic. Although we are agreeing to learn specific soul lessons, we don't always agree with who will help us to learn it. Sometimes we have a different perspective in regards to who we want to help us to learn these lessons. And, if it's not in alignment with what your soul has decided, is something that's not going to happen for you, okay? So tomorrow I'm going to come live for the Soul Sanctuary podcast. If you haven't already watched the first episode, please do watch it. Comment whatever you want me to talk about. That's how these podcasts are going to go. They're going to go based strictly on conversations that we have together and questions you have. Tomorrow I'll be live at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. 8 a.m. California time. And later today, I'm going to go ahead and create the link so that the podcast will just be sitting and waiting for you to come join me. It's going to be a very interactive podcast. First, we're starting, until I get the rhythm of it, we're starting with just on-screen interactions. And eventually I want to get to a point where you guys can, like a podcast, call in and have actual verbal conversations with me live. So it's going to be something really, really fun. I hope you guys can make it. It's definitely a project of my heart that has been in the works for quite a few years. I'm finally resisting my resistance to it. I'm going to allow it to flow. And in that flowing, I hope that helps you to be able to better self-heal. I can't heal you, but I can definitely support and empower you as you do it for yourself. And when we come together, it becomes this environment that is devoid of fear for everyone present. How many times have you guys entered this space? And for the time that you're here with me, you don't feel afraid. You don't feel afraid to think for yourself, to ask questions, to process life, to begin accepting yourself as you are. It's going to be the same thing with the Soul Sanctuary. Much more intense than these live streams. Much more real, much more raw, and much more centered around the sharing, our sharing of each other. It's going to be beautiful. It already is. So if you guys could please give this video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I'll see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be ready. Bye, everyone.